Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to the Haggard Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers. Appreciate everybody coming out on this wet and gray Sunday afternoon. Glad to have you here. Feels like family. All right. So, y'all are here for an exciting game between the Cherry City Comets and the Rose Petals All-Stars. Just a few things before we get started. First, this is a juniors game, so please cheer positively and responsibly. And also, please do not coach from the stands. The coaches should coach, you all cheer. That's how it needs to go. All right, please stay on your side of those black bumpers. That is for your protection and the protection of the skaters. Also, while the action is going, please don't walk in front of your fellow fans. Wait till those 30 seconds in between the jams to go back and forth to your seats. Your fellow fans will appreciate you for this. And now, let's get this going by first saying thank you to all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And second, give it up for all of our officials on skates and off. And finally, my name is Puns and Roses. I'm joined on the stream by Dr. Omnom Nomnivore. Your house announcers are Shifty, and I'm going to pass it to Joe Furious to get us going.
All right, thank you, Puns. It's my honor once again to be here on a Sunday with everyone, and it's my honor to bring out in the white, all the way from Salem, the Cherry City Comets. Wearing 113 Kale Chip, 103 Sugar Rush, 11 is Roadside Attraction, 119 Lana Payne, 13 Tragedy Ann, 211 Deals on Wheels, 213 Lulu Lightning, wearing 22 Nonel Rolls, number 26 is Sleepy Cat, 333 is Bug Bite, 346 Roly Poly, 408 is Madam Gemini, 47 Time Bomb, 557 is Hornet, 587 and Explosive, 612 Mango, 72 Rainstorm, and last but never least, put them together for 93 Cheese Wheels, One more time, give it up for the Cherry City Comets. All right, it's my pleasure to bring to you today the hometown heroes in purple. Number 100, Bob the Fred. Number 132, the Kraken. Number 15, Princess Leia. Number 153, Candy Pane. Number 16, Beatrix Slaughter. Number 17, Scarburst. Number 213, Patsy U. Number 27, Sour Patch Skids. Number 299, Rotten Mango. Number 31, False Glitch. Number 36, Piranha Pixie. Number 360, Yellow Jacket. Number 423, Leonard Skinner. Number 777, Screaming Death. Number 789, Team Captain All Ice. Number 81, Pom Pom Fury. Number 814, Lucille Brawl. Number 911, Demon Skater. Number 971, Satoru Gojo. And last but not least, 59 is Halsey. The Rose Petals All-Stars.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the bout between the Rose Petals All-Stars and the Cherry City Comets. This is our first of the juniors travel season. So excited for this. Cherry City coming out of Salem. And my name is Puns and Roses, joined here by
Dr. Omnom Nomnivore. Sorry, I was working with the music for the house.
No worries.
Super excited to be here today.
As am I. And Explosive calling the team to the track.
Somebody's ready to get started.
Yes.
If you are sitting at home and watching on our stream, which you obviously would if you were hearing us, go ahead and drop into the chat. Tell us who you're cheering for, skater or team. We'd love to give you a shout out.
And here we go. Behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, we've got 333 Bug Bite in the white up against number 50, Halsey, in the purple.
And there's our 5 seconds. And our whistle for Jam 1 of this game. Halsey quickly finding a way through the middle of the pack. Lead jammer, Rose City.
And Tail Chip in the back playing some offense, but
Bug Bite headed to the penalty box on a cut track. That's going to leave Halsey and RCR in a power jam here.
Yeah, I thought Bug Bite hopped on just a little bit too early, and apparently the refs thought so too.
I think Bug Bite thought so as well, but was sort of committed to it at that moment in time.
I mean,
I saw him sort of shake their head.
You got to hope the refs didn't see, and because if you act guilty, they know you're guilty.
Exactly.
So Halsey taking advantage here. Oh, yeah, that was turned up a little bit high.
It was really high.
Yeah.
You were shouting in my ears. I was like, we need to find the volume control for my headset real quick. Bug Bite bound back out on the track. Halsey racking up points for RCR, 16 so far in this jam. Bug Bite has the cap off, looking for the Comet pivot, who's currently pinned.
Bug Bite, there was enough of a lane where Bug Bite probably could have gone there, but.
Meanwhile, we've got a two-town sider star pass to Kale Chip on the Comets.
And that's some good defense there at
Was
the back
some
by.
number 587, either An Explosive or Hornet. I'm not entirely positive.
The numbers, yeah, those numbers are very close.
Is it a 5.8 or a 5.5?
587.
It was An Explosive.
Yeah. Good work there by Deals on Wheels as well. Both of them work at the back of the pack against Halsey. Halsey picked up 24, though. And we have an empty Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
Nobody needs therapy quite this early in the game.
Yeah.
Up on that line right now, we've got
119, lot of pain.
Lot of Pain and Lucille Brawl.
Lucille Brawl getting forced to the inside.
Finding the outside, though. RCR lead jammer. Pivot moving up to the top, looking to not quite get Lot of Pain out of bounds there.
Great effort there by False Glitch, and Cheese Wheels working with Rainstorm, closing the back of the pack.
Lot of Pain coming back around, looking to score some points at this point.
Both jammers out.
And that's Satoru Gojo, who did an excellent job of covering the outside line there.
Yeah, try saying that a few times fast. Oh.
Oh, a Lot of Pain headed to the penalty box.
Guessing maybe Satoru Gojo got the track cut.
I would not be surprised. Having watched Gojo skate as much as I have this last season, excellent skater.
Yeah. All right, so.
RCR is going to start in a power jam.
Rebel Heart Therapy sponsoring our penalty box. They provide therapy for queer, poly, kinky, quirky folks.
www.rebelhearttherapy.com.
And so far, only 2 penalties, but both jammer penalties on track cuts. And that looks like Princess Leia, unless I'm mistaken.
At the helm. Roly Poly and Time Bomb both setting up to receive off the line. Great job by number 27, Sour Patch Skids, to keep that inside lane open for Princess Leia. Leia appropriately scrubbing some speed there. Everybody was on the outside.
And Rotten Mango was sort of policing that inside lane just to make sure nobody drifted inside.
So we've got a Rotten Mango and a Mango.
Yes.
Princess Leia working back and forth, trying to find a way through. Meanwhile, Lot of Pain is back on the track. Beautiful late hit attempt there by number 408. That is Madam Gemini on the Comets.
And that looks like Sour Patch Skids getting a little therapy there in the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
Haven't seen the penalty pop up yet.
Yeah. And good force out there by Yellow Jacket and company, forcing Lot of Pain to reset. And Yellow Jacket once again working there with Demon Skater and one other. Madam Gemini controlling the pace at the back of the pack nicely. And Princess Leia coming around like jammer points were still a thing.
Hearing from the bench to call it off, Princess Leia does go ahead and do so.
All right, here we go, 103. That is Sugar Rush in the white behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line. And that is Candy Pain. Oh, that's a great jammer mashup. Sugar Rush and Candy Pain.
Oh. Your puns should be writing themselves.
Yes. Wow. And Candy Pain quickly through.
Sugar Rush also 1 to beat, 2 to beat, 3 to beat.
Oh, and great work there by An Explosive. Blowing up Candy Pain at the back.
And again on the outside line.
And An Explosive
getting
picks
a
up
contact.
Yep. And Rose Petals down 2 blockers. There is some serious group therapy. Oh, wow. We have got a diet pack out there. And a diet pack seems to be what's called for when you've got that much candy and sugar.
Sugar Rush through, putting 4 more points on the board for the Comets.
And the Comets have a, wow, we've got, for a brief moment there,
For a brief moment.
there was 5 skaters in the penalty box.
And Screaming Death was the only skater in purple on the track.
That's never fun. And now Screaming Death setting up with Patsy U. Oh, slowing down Sugar Rush very nicely.
Beautiful job by Kale Chip to open the inside to allow Sugar Rush through.
That seems wrong for Kale to open up the lane for Sugar.
You know, you got to have your sweet treats.
Exactly.
Hello, Diane. Welcome to the stream, saying go Rose City All-Stars. Candy Payne just running it at this point. There we go. There's the call-off. Probably trying to get all of those skaters out of the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
Yeah, after a few uneventful jams, that one was quite the thing. Let's see how many, well, our penalty tracker updates, we'll give you an update on how many penalties we've got, but it was a bunch so far. That was a 24-12 jam, which is...
There we go.
There we go.
That's a little bit better.
Wow. All right, so we have 9 penalties, 6 of which I think came in that last jam. Next up, that is Bob the Fred, who's bopping and bouncing there on the Jam on Hawthorne jam line, and I cannot see the numbers.
6 out of 9. Is that what you said? 6 out of 9 penalties were in that last jam.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It was. It just seemed like a revolving door.
Yeah. Some serious group therapy there in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
But now it's just down to 1. I heard something about a timeout. Did I? No.
I don't see an indicator for a timeout. Oh, there
team
was a
timeout.
Team oh, I did
this
not
timeout
see it.
brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor and welcome to PDX.
So that was a team timeout by the Petals. Pom Pom Fury lining up on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line to keep roadside attaction contained.
Bob the Fred out lead jammer Rose City.
And there we go. That is number 11. Yeah, roadside attaction.
And that was Leonard Skinner with a really nice hit trying to slow down roadside attaction.
Leonard Skinner did not want roadside attaction to be a free bird.
Pom Pom Fury headed to the penalty box for RCR.
And Bob the Fred coming through, careening through, but staying upright.
Roadside attaction, only about 50 feet behind. Ooh, I don't think that, I was going to say, Bob the Fred didn't really scrub any speed before coming into the pack just then.
No, but did not draw a penalty. Leonard Skinner almost with the force out, but...
I feel like Little T Rebel was thinking about calling the penalty.
Yeah. And, oh, wow. The Petals are down to 1 blocker.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on? They're all P's. Every single one of them are illegal positions.
That is a lot of illegal positions.
For those of you watching at home who aren't as familiar with the rules, I'm not. I have to look at my cheat sheet all the time. Illegal position includes destruction, skating out of bounds, failure to reform, failure to return, and failure to yield. So it's interesting that they're getting so many positions and not, I'm used to seeing contact penalties, not positions.
All right, we got Nano Rolls and Satoru Gojo.
So I've watched Nano Rolls skate a lot at Cherry City, and she is quick and she is good.
Yeah, she is outrunning Satoru Gojo, and
which says a lot. Nano Rolls is awesome.
That is a lot of speed.
Yes. Nano Rolls at Salem, because they have their division set up by skill, not by age. Nano skates full contact with the big kids.
All right. The Petals Oh, great offense there from Tragedy Ann.
For the first jam this game so far, the Comets outscored RCR.
Yep.
I wonder if that means we'll be seeing a lot more of Nonal rolls.
I would not, wouldn't blame Cherry for doing that.
No, we've got Madam Gemini now on that Jam on Hawthorne jammer line for Cherry City.
Up against Halsey. Halsey going for the outside, finds it, able to slip past Time Bomb. Guess the fuse hadn't run out. And
beautiful job by Halsey to find a sliver on the inside.
Did not need much space, that's for sure. Comes Madam Gemini.
Nice lateral movement.
And Halsey sees the seam and takes it.
Sugar Rush again with a really nice hit there at the end along with Time Bomb. And I think maybe Roly Poly. It was Roly Poly.
Yep. .187 killer pads off an imitated, never duplicated stick with the best.
We've got Ann Explosive jamming for the Comets up against Beatrix Slaughter. That's a cut track.
Yeah, definitely a cut.
Oh.
Or not.
I guess
not.
Ann seated position appropriately and Little T Rebel let it go.
Okay.
I shouldn't say let it go. Little T Rebel saw the seating of position. So.
Yeah. And Ann Explosive now out. Beatrix Slaughter coming around for a second scoring pass. Sleepy Cat and Company lined up at the back, but wow. Great work there by Beatrix Slaughter to just hop on through.
There was another illegal position. Part of me really wants to go down and ask the refs. So many illegal position penalties. What is going on down there? Those are harder for me to see from up here.
And team timeout being called by Cherry.
Because RCR had one too many skaters on the track.
Well, Cherry hadn't thrown anybody out there anyways. I think they intended to call that timeout.
Okay.
Which I totally get. I mean, it's a good time for a reset, mental break to sort of check in with where you think you're at.
Bring it back down.
Exactly.
Hard for the Comets, you know.
Yes.
Being so high up there.
Well, we've got a moment. Are you interested in sponsoring the Rose City Rollers in 2025? You could have your mission-aligned brand integrated into our vibrant community of skaters, fans, and volunteers. The opportunities are truly endless. Go to www.rosecityrollers.com/our sponsors or email out to sponsorship@rosecityrollers.com to learn more.
We do love our sponsors.
Yes, we do.
What happened?
That was the 5-second, or that was the coming back from a timeout whistle, not the you need to go whistle.
Not the start the jam whistle.
Yes. Oh, we got a palindrome on the Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
3113.
Yep.
That is the whistle that ends the timeout.
Doesn't matter, getting very deliberate about that.
There's the jam start. False Glitch and Tragedy Ann both jamming. False Glitch is lead. Tragedy Ann still working to get through the pack.
Great work there by Candy Payne.
Yeah, hit to the inside and recycled back by number 153. That's Candy Payne again.
Yep, and there's Screaming Death, slowing down Tragedy Ann on the outside. Bug Bite with the offense.
Screaming Death, I think, has to be one of my favorite roller derby names.
Yeah. Although one of my favorite current names is another pedal skater, Patsy U.
Patsy U is also so good.
I saw that, I'm like, huh? And then
once it clicked.
Once I actually said it, I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's like adult skater Yoga Nabisari.
Yeah.
Same sort of deal.
Yep. Once you say it.
You get it, and it's a wonderful chuckle. I believe this is Nonal Rolls again. It is, up against Yellow Jacket.
And
Nonal Rolls lead by a hair.
Yep, not by much.
In Petals, it always worries me a little bit when we see jammers come into the pack so quick. But Nonal read it beautifully.
Yeah, there was a lane there on the inside, and Nonal's like
Took
right
it,
there.
picked up the 4, and held RCR to 1 point.
Great work there by Beans on the Comets at the back of the pack.
Beans.
Beans needs to be paired out there with an explosive, just saying.
The Kraken and Kale Chip both jamming.
And the Kraken is
illegal contact.
yeah, heading straight to the penalty box. Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box definitely seeing some action today. Good work there by Satoru Gojo.
Yeah, that one was a contact penalty. Yeah. Nice hit to the outside there.
More of a nudge. This
Hit,
is the
nudge.
Petals.
That was Bob the Fred.
Yep.
Escort. An escort to the
Yes.
outside.
Kale Chip looking for a way out of that pack, not finding it.
RCR is doing a great job of neutralizing that power jam.
All right, Kale Chip has been awarded lead jammer after slipping past Halsey, but Halsey got the force out.
The Kraken coming through, finding Madam Gemini. That's going to be a low block, I believe, on Madam Gemini. Oh, a direction.
Eh, one or the other. So the Kraken has been released. Unleash the Kraken.
You waited so long to be able to say that.
I did.
It is one of the better puns out here.
I mean, it's just right there.
It's true. I was like, usually we have more junior refs. We've got Cat and Little T Rebel.
Yep.
I wonder if that's because so many of them are skating in the game after this.
Probably.
Patsy U jamming against Sugar Rush.
And Patsy U
Nice hit to the inside.
by An Explosive.
An Explosive is normally ours, isn't she?
Yes, An Explosive,
Okay.
I believe, plays on Bad Apple.
I want to say you're right. Patsy U through.
And Patsy U calls it.
I feel like Patsy probably could have run that and gotten the other skater out of the penalty box there.
Huh.
Beautiful review there by the Radical Wheels. Spin move and then subsequent hit out of bounds.
All right, here we go. That is Rainstorm? Yes, Rainstorm and Candy Payne. Candy Payne
Quickly to the top.
working against Tragedy and
Good job
Sleepy
by
Cat.
yeah. Tragedy and Bug Bite and Non-L rolls.
No, that's Deals on Wheels.
Just kidding.
And good force out to the inside. That is
False
False Glitch.
Could RCR have printed names on the jerseys any smaller?
Possibly.
From up here, it looks like a size 4 font.
Yeah, it's my eyes are not young enough to read this.
Nope. I got numbers. That's it. Nice scrubbing of the speed by Candy Payne there, or sorry, by Rainstorm there.
On the plus side, those white numbers show up great against that purple.
Yeah, and that was False Glitch again with that nice hit out and roll back on Rainstorm.
I mean, other than the minute size of the names, I'm really liking those new Petals jerseys.
They are very, very nice. Are those some of our new jerseys out of left turn?
Yes.
They're
yes,
very
indeed.
nice.
Since
Since we
The
had to
frog mouth,
reorder all of them.
yeah, This is no longer a thing.
I'd like to say thank you to Two Town Cider House. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Wild Roots was what I was drinking last night. It was very, very tasty. Not, I don't know. They both hold a very special place in my heart. Two Town Cider and the Wild Roots.
Two Towns currently has an apricot cider that Mrs. Puns is a big fan of.
Beautiful job by Lucille Brawl.
And here comes Nana Rolls to the outside. Oh, to the inside. Oh, wow.
That is the first jam that Nana Rolls has skated where she has not gotten lead jammer. I do not know how Lucille Brawl just made it through there with everybody covering that inside line, but she did.
Wow.
That was a Zoom Room apex jump by Nana Rolls to pick up all 4 points.
Zoom Room filling the world with happy, tired dogs. Visit their new Hillsborough location. Yeah, Lucille Brawl was calling for it. Oh, yep, and that has been changed to 0.
Oh, because the call-off had already happened?
Yes.
Or was in the process of happening?
Nana Rolls didn't make contact with the ground until after the 4th whistle. And that is number 17, Scarburst.
Up against An Explosive. An Explosive working the outside. An Explosive lead jammer for the Comets.
An Explosive is just dynamite.
But not dynamite.
Exactly.
An Explosive coming back around. Nice. Oh, super beautiful inside lane by number 11, Roadside Attaction.
And we got Princess Leia up against, I believe, Lotta Payne.
Oh, beautiful job. Princess Leia.
Read that and just got the lane.
Lotta Payne looking to do the same thing. Oh, beautiful offense by Sugar Rush.
Oh,
great job.
Nobody saw Princess Leia coming.
No. Princess Leia using the force there to just get through. Beautiful lateral action there. Oh my gosh. I always think the Petals games are going to be fun, and then I'm surprised that they're even more fun than I was expecting.
Yes.
I think people think that there's so much more, I don't know, action or physicality in the full contact games, but I think that strategy plays such a bigger role in these non-contact games.
Yes.
There's our whistle, Bob the Fred and Bug Bite. Bob the Fred quickly to the front, lead jammer Rose City.
And good offense from Time Bomb, but the Petals doing a great job negating that offense. And Yellow Jacket saying, hi, come back here.
We do have Satoru Gojo taking a seat in the penalty box on, looks like a cut track.
It'll be Gojo's first, it looks like. All right. So far, 13 penalties for the Petals, 7 for the Comets. But, oh, wow, great work there by Sour Patch Skids and Yellow Jacket.
And we have a Two-Town Cider Star Pass to Deals on Wheels on the Comets. Bob the Fred continuing to skate around and rack up the points. That is Sour Patch Skids commanding that pod down there at turn 4, which is holding Deals on Wheels back.
Bob the Fred, 15 points. Well done. And
22. Nonal rolls again.
Against Halsey.
Against Halsey. This is a good matchup, I think.
Yes. And Explosive holds the outside lane, gives Nana roll. Oh, wow.
That was beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, credit Leonard Skinner for trying that, but
What
Nana
a
Rolls just
juke.
said, oh, wow. And Nana Rolls going up and over.
Nana Roll said, oh, you're not going to give me points for my last Apex jump? I'll just do it again.
Yep. That is another Zoom Room dog training Apex jump.
Picking up a full 4 and holding RCR scoreless on that jam. Sometimes I look at our banners and realize there's new ones up there.
Yeah.
Flying Tortoise Martial Arts is a new one. To me, Take It Off, tattoo removal.
All right. Symbiop.
Symbiop I knew about.
Symbiop.
That's a really great plant shop. Also, coincidentally, the queerest plant shop in town, per their banner.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lucille Brawl, lead jammer.
But a
lot of pain
right on Lucio Brawl's heels. Both scrubbing speed coming into the pack. And Candy Payne, a little bit of blocking of Lucio Brawl inadvertently. Both jammers with 4 now.
Lucio Brawl probably hoping to get through, pick up 4 and call it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Got
3?
a couple. 3, yeah.
Yep.
170 to 58 your score with 5 minutes left in this first. It's a little bit unusual for the Petals. I'm used to the 20-minute games during the home team season, so or 20-minute halves.
Oh, is that what's different? It's a 30-minute half?
It's a 30-minute half.
Okay.
I wonder how that will impact the Petals skaters, because they're probably not used to
a full extra 10 minutes.
Ultraviolet and company looking to contain Scarburst.
Nice offense for Kale Chip.
And good work there by Yellow Jacket to recycle Tragedy Ann.
That's 360 Yellow Jacket. Doing a great job of not letting Tragedy Ann through.
Oh, good work there by An Explosive.
Rotten Mango also commanding up there at the front with Yellow Jacket.
Not sure if Tragedy Ann is having skate issues or something.
Maybe hit, maybe got, I don't know.
And we've got an official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor, Walked in PDX.
Did we say that this timeout is sponsored by
Yes,
Depcount
we did.
Saver?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Great.
And hey, the certified sweat saver from AAA, developed, tested, and trusted by the best.
The Dazzle of Zebras is talking. Coach Rodent coming out. Yelling at Princess Leia to come on over and join the huddle. And Explosive getting an N penalty, which is a delay of game or an interference.
I think that's because Tragedy Ann skated off, ending the last jam inadvertently by.
Oh, so it's a captain's penalty.
Yeah, that's a captain's penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, Tragedy Ann just pulled the cap and skated off. I don't know why. So.
We had to call the jam dead because White no longer was fielding a jammer. Therefore, their captain will serve interference layup game penalty.
There we go.
It was exactly what you thought. The white jammer skated off without ending the jam. And I think the white jammer got, I want to say popped in the nose maybe.
Possibly, yeah. And that is the end of the official timeout.
So if the jam is declared dead, do they roll back all the points?
No, I think all the points that were
Collected during the jam, but the jam is dead, but it was ended by illegal reasons.
Yes.
Which is why Ann Explosive is now serving a captain's penalty.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, great footwork there from False Glitch. It was a good block by, I believe, Nano Rolls, but False Glitch scrubbing speed coming in.
Not quite able to get around.
Nano
Rolls just in the right place there. Nice offensive help by number 132. That is the Kraken.
And roadside attaction pushing up against Demon Skater. And is that
I think that's
Nano
actually,
Rolls?
is that Demon Skater? No, it's not Demon Skater taking a seat.
No. I'm not sure who took a seat.
Oh, number 15.
Oh, Princess
Leia.
Leia. All right, False Glitch being told to keep this running. Nano Rolls, great transition from offense to defense. And Explosive out of the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
That's might be why False Glitch is being told to keep it running. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Princess Leia back in the penalty box on a cut track.
Yes, Princess Leia has to come back at the very back,
instead
which
of
Coach Roden is currently explaining.
Is currently educating about.
Providing coaching. Here we go.
Before we get started, I'd like to say thank you to Porcano Taqueria and Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery.
And that is going to be
something.
Screaming Death heading to the box for being out of position.
Sleepy Cat getting lead jammer.
Bob the Fred heading to the penalty box. Not supposed to be going to the penalty box, I don't think. Yeah, Bob the Fred being waved back on. That penalty was for Screaming Death, not Bob the Fred. So a little bit of confusion, but great work there by Piranha Pixie and is that Halsey? Halsey. Who were basically down two skaters in the pack and had effectively no jammer for a bit and managed to hold on.
Bob the Fred skating through with ease, picking up 4 points.
And Sleepy Cat did get lead, has called it.
I'd like to say thank you to Porque No Taqueria, the sunniest place in Portland, voted the best place for tacos and Mexican food in PDX. Porque No.
Porque, yes. All right, we are under a minute, so this will probably be the last jam of the first half. And Satoru Goju falling down, apparently laughing too hard at a joke from Nano Rolls. And Nano Rolls quickly through. Lucille Brawl trying to open a lane for
Satoru Gojo. Nano Rolls communicating.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow!
Beautiful bean dip to the outside. Non-L is, again, just so good.
I don't think there was ever a time in my life where I had that kind of flexibility.
Never.
No.
Maybe as a newborn when I didn't have kneecaps, and that's about it. That is it. We're at halftime. 10 minutes to go to your home fridge and grab a beverage before we come back. Puns and I are going to go facilitate some halftime shenanigans.
Yes, yes indeed.
We'll see you in a few.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, Wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try it for yourself. We've got you covered.
Welcome back to the second half of our Petals game here, where we are watching the Rose Petals All-Stars take on the Cherry City Roller Derby Comets. A little bit of a recap. We're sitting at 189 points for the Rose City Rollers, and we are sitting at 70 points for the Cherry City Comets. What is more striking is the penalty spread.
Yes.
The Rose Petals have 17 penalties, which is more than double the Comets. Comets only have 8 penalties right now. Nobody's in any trouble. Highest is sitting at 3 penalties. But yeah, kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Look, the penalties are spread out all over the place in terms of what they are.
Still a lot of illegal position.
a heavy smattering of illegal position penalties. Goodness. So as we get started here again, we've got Sugar Rush up on the Jam on Hawthorne Jam line. Up against Leonard Skinner, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's Skinner. And there we go. The Kraken tries to close the door, but Sugar Rush able to get out. Leonard Skinner about a quarter track behind.
Good scrubbing of speed. Only picking up one there, passing, I don't even know who that was. 799, is that who that was? All ice, 789?
789 is all ice. Ice, ice, baby.
Dun, 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 dun. That is not on my playlist.
All right, we have an explosive jamming against Demon Skater. First time I believe Demon Skater has been out there.
And explosive lead jammer for the Comets. Demon Skater able to get around half a track behind.
And here comes an explosive. Passing one. Oh, got slowed down on the outside. There's the call off. Is it in time? Barely.
I'd like to say thank you to Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
And home to a couple of nice announcer dinners.
Many announcer dinners.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite places to hang out.
All right, we got Roadside Attaction jamming the white up against Candy Pane. Candy Pane looks for the inside, tries the middle, finds Sugar Rush. And Roadside Attaction is able to get out.
Candy Pane just a few strides behind and closing quickly.
Yes, Candy Pane is fast.
Oh, Candy Pane able to get out and ahead of Roadside Attaction. Roadside Attaction calling it off. 4-4 jam.
And feel free if you're on the stream to say where you're from, who you're cheering for, who you are. Nam is good about looking at the chat. I'm not so good. I'm not going to lie.
Diane's the only one who's given us any chat fodder this morning. Chat love. Lucille Brawl and Sleepy Cat both jamming. Lucille Brawl just eyed that inside lane and took it.
Yep.
Not quite sure what Piranha Pixie's headed to the penalty box on. Looks like a direction.
And Sleepy Cat now running into that front tripod. Pom Pom Fury and Company.
Rainstorm headed to the penalty box on an illegal position.
And a track cut.
On Sleepy Cat, that's going to leave Lucille Brawl in a power jam for RCR.
So Sleepy Cat gets to take a little bit of a nap there in the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
A little
Therapy cat.
a little cat nap.
Hi, Rebel Heart, if you're listening, do you do therapy cats? Because that would be awesome.
Good job by the rollers to just
deny that inside lane.
Just keep that inside lane wide open.
Yeah, Kraken and Rotten Mango there.
Looks like Sleepy Cat's out of the box.
That is an empty Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Menopause Northwest and Portland Vital Signs.
Thank you so much for being sponsors.
All right, we got Nano Rolls, who has been on a tear. Jamming against, I cannot see the number.
Beatrix Slaughter.
Yes, I cannot see the number is not their name.
Although that would be a pretty fun derby name.
Yes, it would. I was just thinking that.
Way to mess with the announcers.
Yeah.
Nano Rolls, full of speed.
Nano Rolls through. All Ice was back to play some offense, but great work there by An Explosive and Company to contain Beatrix Slaughter.
Beatrix Slaughter threw for 4, but Nano Rolls is also going to answer that 4, it looks like.
Oh, good work on the outside. Oh, wow. Nano Rolls finds a gap on the inside and just takes it.
Nice chase down by Leonard Skinner. Not quite able to make anything of it, but good nonetheless.
And there's the call off. 8-8 on that jam, which against Nano Rolls is pretty much a win for the Petals. Roadside Attaction, I believe, in the white, Yellow Jacket in the purple.
Yellow Jacket with some silent communication to the blockers there right off the line. Yellow Jacket lead jammer, RCR. Roadside Attaction still caught up in the middle of a very chaotic pack, but there's a two-town sider star pass to Sugar Rush.
And Sugar Rush is through. Yellow Jacket also out of the hive.
Yellow Jacket looking to get in front of Sugar Rush and pick up points and then call it. Not quite able to make that happen, but that's a contact penalty. Yeah, I thought so. Yellow Jacket was going way too fast there at the end and got a contact penalty, but not Sugar Rush got an immediate cut track, so there's not really going to be any impact to the game here.
Yeah, except this is going to be a full 2-minute jam, whether they like it or not. So this is a good chance for both teams to run up some points. Great work there by that defense for the Petals.
Oh my gosh.
False glitch, Sugar Rush.
Oh, that really is just beautiful teamwork down there.
Yes. Princess Leia. And who's the last member?
Candy Pane, 153.
Cheese Wheels up to play some offense. But just getting caught there on Demon Skater.
Oh, finally able to get through. Oh, false glitch.
Wow. But
Sugar Rush
stays
was
in bounds.
in bounds, able to get up and keep going. Yellow Jacket, meanwhile, has put 20 points on the board.
Demon Skater has quite the blocking pedigree. Part of the same family that has provided us with the blocking talents of Rosemary's Baby and Kid Vicious. So yeah, that is quite the blocking pedigree.
I hope you didn't say anything that I should have responded to. I was talking with our events manager.
No, I was just mentioning how Demon Skater is from the same family that brought us Rosemary's Baby and Kid Vicious.
Oh, yeah. Their family is in attendance down there at turn 4.
Yes.
Tragedy Ann, meanwhile, picking up lead jammer for Comets.
And that's Patsy Yu about a quarter track behind. Patsy Yu looking to noodle through the pack here. Oh, that's a back block I think, being called on Tragedy Ann right at the end.
I was wondering, and you are correct.
Team timeout by the Petals.
That means it's a really great time to say thank you to Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud sponsor of RCR since literally forever.
Yes.
How long have I been with the league? Over a decade now, and
Wow.
Black Cat has been a sponsor for at least that long.
And also, this timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
Standing out there all alone.
Yep. So one skater in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box, leaving Leonard Skinner alone behind the Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
All of the RCR blockers are set up to provide a sweep off the whistle here. I'm guessing a sweep to the outside to
Yes.
open up the inside.
How sweep it is.
To be in love by you.
Exactly.
Oh, no, goat party instead. There we go. Leonard Skinner through.
And
Kale chip with a direction, I believe.
yes. And
Beautiful.
credit to Lucille Brawl for creating that lane to the inside.
Tragedy Ann is standing in the penalty box, which means Tragedy Ann will be back out on the track here just about now.
And Ann Explosive reading that well, not giving Leonard Skinner an inch, but Lucille Brawl once again able to seal the inside lane. That seal was so good it needed a mackerel.
Tragedy Ann working the laterals, trying to get past that pot of purple. Able to do it. Tragedy Ann through on initial, looking to start scoring points. We have a direction being called.
Lucille Brawl.
On Lucille Brawl, I think again? No, just the first time.
First time. First time for everything.
Leonard Skinner coming back around, appropriately scrubbing some speed. Tragedy Ann escorted to the inside.
That's
By the
Rotten
Petals.
Mango.
Tragedy Ann trying to put on some speed there to go through the inside line. Leonard Skinner, meanwhile, through for another 4. Goes ahead and calls it off.
So 2:58.95 the score with 19 minutes left to play.
This coffee is vile.
Okay, good to know.
Yep. It's warm, and I'm happy for that, but it is vile.
Where did you get your coffee from?
Downstairs,
Oh, okay.
on the coffee maker in the back room.
So the coffee for the officials is officially vile. Good to know.
I mean, when it sticks to the inside of the cup,
Yeah, that's not a good
probably a bad sign. Nano rolls lead jammer,
thing. And does not stick the apex jump this time.
but so quick with getting back on the track.
Yeah. That's going to be a direction penalty, sending Sour Patch Skids to the box. Oh, wow.
Leslie is watching from Kettle Falls, Washington. Go Lotta Payne and Tragedy Ann.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
and for
indeed.
saying hi. We get lonely talking into the ether of the internet here. It's nice to
into
know
the
there's other
void.
people
Yeah.
on the other side.
Well, we've got a 4-2 pack advantage.
We also have a wild toe stop.
So
Poor False Glitch is down a toe stop.
and trying to do some quick repair while Cheese Wheels comes around just behind Princess Leia.
You never realize how much you use your toe stops until you lose one and then attempt to stop on the skate with no toe stop.
Right. I could see that being problematic.
It is very problematic.
Lightning closing that inside lane. Yeah.
There's one league that I know of that does no toe stop November, where the month of November, their entire league takes off their toe stops to break the reliance on them.
Wow, that's fun.
Not for the first couple of days.
Yeah, I bet. I mean,
gets you to work on your edge work.
yeah.
Princess Leia through, picking up another 4, calling it off. We have a really cool juniors tournament coming up this summer. Is that when Bridge City Riot is?
I think that's March.
Or is it March? Borderless tournament I know is in March.
Yes, I believe the No Borders tournament is March 7th through the 9th. So save the date. That's going to be awesome. But I believe, if I remember correctly, Bridge City Riot is late March.
Huh. Anyways, Bridge City Riot, you should look on the website. It's coming to Portland, as it usually does. And I think a lot of these teams will end up playing at BCR again. Super fun weekend of roller derby. But you should also come down for the Borderless tournament, because that's also going to be really fun.
And Bug Bite is through on the initial. Lucille Brawl forced out by an explosive there.
Somebody's getting a penalty. Direction being called on the RCR pivot.
I believe that's never mind.
It's Candy Pane.
Gotcha. And there's definitely some more group therapy going on in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box. 3-2 pack advantage right now for the Comets. And one blocker left. And that's, never mind. That's Candy Pane heading to the box. Leaving
on a multiplayer.
A multiplayer, all right. And that 20-12 jam breaks us to 294-119.
Charisma is watching from home. Go Comets, Sugar and Spice. Go Bug Bite. Thanks for joining us.
Next up, we're going to see Tragedy Ann and Bob the Fred.
Ooh, almost bad news bears for the Comets. They had an extra skater on the track.
And Bob the Fred, great work to find a lane and take it.
Is that Yellow Jacket up at the top? I think that's Yellow Jacket up the top, making sure Tragedy Ann doesn't get through.
Yes, you are correct. Wow, Bob the Fred inside to out, but cannot stay upright.
I think turn 1 to turn 2 is exceptionally slick.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets cold in here.
And it is a chilly day. Good work there by Nano Rolls and Company. Candy Pane out of the penalty box and right onto the offense. Currently an empty Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
And there's a two-town cider star pass on the Comets to Lot of Pain. That.
Ooh, whoa.
I feel like there could be some penalties in that corner. There's not. Bob the Fred back inbounds, looking to pick up points. A lot of Pain still hasn't passed the initial.
And Yellow Jacket with that drawback and recycle.
Piranha Pixie down there as well.
And Nano Rolls with a force out on Bob the Fred.
And Screaming Death Also holding it down for RCR. Nano rolls with the signature bean dip to get up to the top of the pack.
Yeah.
.12 minutes left in this game. My coffee's awful, but I'm still going to drink it. I'm sure that says something about me as a person.
Possibly. Lulu Lightning jamming in the white up against, I cannot read the number.
Neither can the score people. Demon Skater.
Demon Skater, all right. Demon Skater is through.
Lulu Lightning still fighting.
And All Ice playing offense, trying to scrub off Time Bomb and company.
Demon Skater diving through that pack. Madam Gemini up at the top, holding Demon Skater back, forcing the call off.
So Demon Skater picks up 2. Hey, we've got new merch. Check it out at rosecityrollers.com/shop so you can rep your favorite teams.
I was back in there in the office earlier before the game. It is really cool. GNR, Guns N' Rollers, has a really cool new shirt.
Oh, great. Just what
I know,
need.
just what you need.
More freaking...
More RCR merch.
Oh, I've got so much, including that new hoodie that is amazing.
Oh, good job by Cheese Wheels to navigate that messy pack. Lead jammer Comets.
Yeah, Cheese Wheels only spent a brief amount of time in the pack.
That was a Gouda jam.
Yes, it was. So that was a 4-point steal by the Petals.
I'd like to say thank you to WSL Leadership Coaching. Learn how to transform interpersonal conflict into organizational justice at WSLleadership.com.
A little bit of confusing for Cherry. They had too many blockers. Oh, wow. Nano rolls with that great force out. And there goes Ann Explosive, your lead jammer. And Nano rolls, dropping Halsey to the outside.
1, 2, 3.
That would be 5 blockers there for the
Comet.
That's.
The dazzle of zebras is probably going to have to confer here.
Yeah.
I think Dilly was asking that extra skater to come back on the track.
Oh, that would be inadvertently.
An official's error.
Yes.
So I think that might have been what Dilly was.
And
Well, here we go. Here's the official timeout. They're going to figure it out.
That's the official timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX. Oh. So currently the Comets are only fielding 3 blockers.
3, 4. Okay. Oh, there's a 5th. Okay. Everybody's got people on the track now.
All right, we're good.
There we go. It's all smiles. Yellow Jacket and Kale Chip both wearing the stars this jam. Yellow Jacket taking that inside line, able to get around the Comets for lead jammer.
And Piranha Pixie screaming deathing.
Satoru Gojo.
Yes, the name was there, and I just, my mind was like, wait, do I have it right?
One more in the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box. Yellow Jacket scrubbing some speed.
Yellow Jacket through for another 4 points. And we've got a two-town Cider House star pass to Tragedy Ann. Wow, Yellow Jacket. I think is actually still in bounds, but
Discretion is the better part of valor.
yes. No need to risk a track cut.
Not even when you're 200 points ahead.
Right.
I was wondering why I'm vibing with the playlist so much. A, it's off of my phone, but also I looked and it's a mix of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s
Oh, yeah.
for a kid's playlist. So I'm like, oh, Gloria Estefan Conga. Like, yes, that was from my childhood. Thank you very much.
Right. I suspect very few of the kids out on the track are Gloria Estefan fans.
Nope. I remember having that 45 and playing it over and over and over again.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Mayhaps I just showed my age.
Because you remembered what a 45 is. Candy Pain through for 4.
If my parents didn't want to hear the music anymore, they'd hide the little insert to be able to, the adapter to be able to play the 45 on the big record player. I don't know where it is. You can't play it for the 5,000th time. Darn it.
And we've got a two-town Cider House star pass from Sleepy Cat to
An Explosive.
And An Explosive is through. And there's the call-off.
Just about 6 minutes left in the game. I heard Shifty call it out, so I had to do it too.
Yep.
And we have, that's not Madam Gemini. My brain wants it to be Madam Gemini, but it's not.
Lulu Lightning
Lulu Lightning.
up against Starburst.
First time jamming for Starburst, I think, this game?
No, second, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, second or third.
Haven't seen the name in the jammer rotation recently.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Very messy pack. Comets are really sort of strung out.
And
Direction on Lot of Pain. Starburst, lead jammer.
so,
Ooh, but Lulu Lightning 20 feet behind, if.
and Starburst putting on a little bit of speed. Get some offensive help at the back of the pack.
That, okay, they went out of bounds. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a cut track in there. But they figured it out. And capitalized.
Yes.
3 for 4.
That is Beatrix Slaughter at the back playing the offense.
The other thing I love about Petals is that every skater plays every position.
Yes.
Like, there are some folks who get put in the jammer rotation more often, but all the jammers know how to block. All the blockers, for the most part, know how to jam.
Right.
You couldn't pay me enough money to jam. Ever. Unless it was maybe against Petals. But even then.
I'm pretty sure, given how much my already poor skating skills have atrophied. And I think the last time I made a circuit around a roller skating rink was when Bush was in office. So,
well, and also if I'm qualifying, definitely not skating against the Petals All-Stars. It would maybe be against the red and orange striped Petals.
yeah, I think, wow. Nana Rolls doing great work there on Princess Leia.
Bug bite up at the top of the pack, forced to the inside by
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket.
I feel like that's a Bug Bite versus Yellow Jacket.
All we need is Honeybee Sting.
I know, right? Sugar Rush for that drawback.
Oh, we could get like a whole like bee thing going between Sugar Rush, Honeybee Sting, Yellow Jacket, Bug Bite.
Oh, yeah. And Bug Bite gets dropped once again by Yellow Jacket.
I'm not a quitter. I finished my coffee.
And track cut sends Princess Leia to the Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
That's going to leave Bug Bite in a power jam as lead jammer. Bug Bite getting Yellow Jacket out of the way. Non-L rolls trying to break up that Yellow Jacket and Piranha Pixie duo at the front of the pack before the jam gets called off.
So that jam was called with Princess Leia standing. So this will be a power start for Tragedy Ann.
For 10 seconds or less.
Yes. Probably only a couple seconds.
Well, let's see. Four seconds.
Yeah. But that is enough.
That was just enough for Tragedy Ann to get out for lead jammer. Princess Leia coming back around.
Princess Leia
Trying the outside.
finds an explosive.
And Explosive knows how Princess Leia skates.
Yes.
So it's literally a home team advantage there. Beautiful job by Tragedy Ann to get through, picking up 4 points. Princess Leia now through on initial.
And that is a 5-point jam. We are under 2 minutes right now.
With a score of 336 to 136.
And for what could be the final jam, we're going to see Lucille Brawl in the purple, Rainstorm in the white, and an empty Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
And there's the whistle.
Lucille Brawl hot off of that Jam on Hawthorne jam line. Hot like a plate of French toast.
Was that Cheese Wheels that tried real hard to get in the way? I believe it was.
Yeah, tried really hard.
That's Nacho Lane.
Well done. And great work there by Bob the Fred and Company. Creating a lane on the inside.
Like it was Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
For some reason, the cheese puns come to me better than other ones.
That is wholly understandable. I'm just glad that you don't lack a sense of humor. All right, that was a stretch, sorry.
It was too. It's okay. We are now off the period clock, onto the jam clock. Lucille Brawl can call this at any time. Getting signal from Coach Rodent to get 1 point and call it. Or,
one
all
pass
four.
And call it.
Yeah. There we go, folks. There's our unofficial score. Actually, I think that's now official, but 356 to 136. Rose City Rollers decidedly the victors in this first game of today's juniors doubleheader. Hope you'll stick around for the second game.
Yeah, that's going to be the Buds Regional All-Stars up against Cherry Cities.
Should be pretty heavy hitting, all things considered. But in any case, I'm Dr. Noms.
I am Puns and Roses. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you in just a little bit.
Hang in there, fans. We're going to have an MVP here in just a moment once the teams decide who they want to vote for that. Everybody got to see the numbers. That's how we do. This is fun. All right. We are ready? Okay. Rosebuds are ready. Are y'all ready? They're ready. They're ready. Are you guys ready? Ready? All right, let's do it. All right, Rose Petals, let's go you guys first, okay? Who has MVP blocker? Blocker. Okay, MVP blocker.
Madam Gemini.
Madam Gemini. Very good. Come on out here. Where is Madam Gemini? There she is. All right. An MVP jammer. Here I go. We're going to run over here.
Number 333.
333. Bug bite. There you go. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. You guys turn around again because they need to see your numbers. While you were doing theirs, they didn't see yours. So there we go. Right? And we'll have the rest of the MVPs in just a second. Very cool. Well, I'm in the way. I'm definitely not going to be the MVP. All right. All right, I think we're ready. Are we ready? Okay, are we ready? All right. Who's going to tell me? Okay, almost ready. Okay. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? We're ready. Who do you like? You got MVP jammer.
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket. Very nice. Good call. Good call. And then we got MVP blocker.
16.
1-6. Who's 1-6? Blocker. Right here. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's have our MVPs right in the middle here for a photo. Get the 4 MVPs right there. And then we'll have all the teams gather up at go on over there. There you go. All right, thanks everyone for coming. I hope everybody's going to stay for the next game. Cherry City brought their bigger kids as well as our Rosebuds. And we'll see you back here in, I don't know, about a half an hour, I think, to start that second game. So hope you stay.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try it for yourself. We've got you.